Tory infighting has erupted once again as one prominent party member has called for action against a rise in national insurance contributions. With Chancellor Rishi Sunak and Prime Minister Boris Johnson both backing a rise in the tax, many have called for the move to be cancelled. However, both the PM and Mr. Sunak have backed the tax rise in order to contribute towards the post-COVID recovery period. Taking to Twitter to remind both number 10 and number 11 Downing Street of the current situation in Britain, MP for Wokingham, Sir John Redwood called on the pair to consider the people. Writing on the social media platform, Sir John said, "The Conservative fall in the polls comes from the cost of living crisis. The PM must stop the tax attack in April, which will make it worse. Every policy should be reviewed to promote prosperity for the many." With nearly 15 million Britons living in poverty, the rise in living costs is spreading the gap between rich and poor ever wider. The number of UK households classed as destitute could rise by nearly a third to more than 1 million this spring, according to one think tank which examined the impact of the tax hike. The National Institute of Economic and Social Research (NIESR) urged ministers to reconsider the tax increase after it said destitution, which it defines as an inability to buy basic essentials, could increase by 30% in the next financial year if households are faced with a combination of rising inflation, higher bills and a greater tax burden. Many Brits have taken to the streets to protest rising living costs. Thousands across the UK took to the streets calling on the government to intervene in the cost of living crisis as they highlighted the impact of soaring bills and taxes on struggling families. Protests came following calls for a windfall tax on energy giants as they reap hefty earnings while households and businesses struggle to pay soaring energy bills, along with a national insurance increase and a record inflation high. Placards held aloft in Parliament Square in central London read, "Tax the rich," and carried other messages objecting to a rise in energy prices.